Hey guys, it's Mike coming back with another Johnny Bench Hank Greenberg PC update video. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, Got a lot of stuff to show, um, and got an SGC order back, though they goofed up one of the cards. They mislabeled the stamp. I'm sure I'll get into that when we get closer to that one. But let's start out with some mail I've gotten in the last, well, probably 2 to 3 weeks. Tributes out, so he's got tons of tributes. Museum, a little heritage, Ginter. He's in everything right now. Johnny is, and it's this Luminaries just came out. You name it, it's out there. He's in it just about. If it's higher end tops product, so um, let's see what we got. We'll start off with. Um, let's start with the Heritage. It's just a relic card. Clubhouse collection numbered to 70. Kind of just a gray pants and red jersey, it looks like. Bravado. He did use a nice vintage picture of Johnny. One thing I criticize Topps about is that they don't use a variety of pictures for him, but that's a nice one. It's a nice looking card, not too pricey. Going over to Ginter, I'm just starting to get these. This is the number to 25. This is the Allen and Ginter, the Brooklyn back. So this would be the regular mini in the Brooklyn back variety. And I did get this is the one that comes out of the rip cards. This is the high number. This is number 371. It's just a little photo variation for that one. Very nice. And let's do a museum collection. This is the frame, the 15, the silver. I've got the number to 5 and now the 15, so I need the 10 still for this year, and the wood 1 of 1, which last year's came up. It was like, it's still on eBay for like $1,500, so that's not going to happen. But I do have 2 years where I do have the wood variety. There we go. Beautiful card. This year's version is really nice. Beautiful autograph. Large silver. Can't beat museum collection framed autos. This is a cool card. I love the blue sides on it. It looks really good this year. And sometimes I wait a little bit to get a nicer autograph, and that's a good one on that one. Here's one out of this year's, I think, Series 2. He's in a lot of the subsets in Series 1 and 2. And I think I saw update came out, and he's in some of those too. And what they do for the autographs on all these short, like franchise speeds and faces of the franchise, and you name it, they have a lot of color varieties now, and they have the auto versions, which are sticker, but they still look fine. But they're all numbered to 5, so when you think about Series 1, Series 2 update, how many boxes they made, these pulls are really, really, really tough. This is the franchise speeds. And with the sticker auto, nice auto. He's usually really good about staying on card. And this one is number 3 out of 5. If I can get it to focus. Oh, come on. Oh, it's there. So nice to get those. You just have to wait, because anymore when they come up as buy it nows, they want $200, $300 for a number to 5 sticker autograph, and I'm not going to do that. So I have to wait until they go to auction, and then I can get them for fairly decent price. Let's see, tributes. There's a bunch of tributes that he's in this year. A lot of relics and different varieties of signed cards. These are really nice looking, even though it's just basic jersey. Well, actually, it's probably pants and bat relic. This one's numbered to 150. They have some other variations too. Beautiful card. Love the picture. Another one they don't use too often. Beautiful, beautiful card there. Some of the autograph varieties. This is, I think, the base tribute autograph, numbered to 30. Nice, beautiful auto. A picture they use quite a bit. This one's another picture they use a little bit. These are really nice. These are called Iconic Perspectives, numbered to 30. Real thick card. It's got like a design in the card. It's really, really sharp looking card. Gold trim, nice blue autograph. These are very nice. If you have one of your PC players that's in this iconic perspective set, go ahead and get it because they look really, really good up close. And I think I showed this is tribute to enshrinement for this year. It's got a great picture of him that they don't use. Maybe the first time they've used this one. I showed the red version numbered to 5, I think it was, a couple videos back. This is the base version numbered to 30. It's really, really nice. Beautiful auto. Great picture of him. Numbered to 30. The tribute's got a lot out there this year, but that's really nice. And what else do I have for Johnny? I got this, which I've waited a long time to get. These are that 2018 Topps Brooklyn collection. This is a black border, numbered to 10. I've got 2 of the other varieties, different numbers. This is the first one of this one I've got. This one doesn't pop up as often as the other one. Kind of unique. I don't know if these designs were something they considered back in the 70s, is what the Brooklyn collection's all about. I know they use old photos, but I don't know if these were designs that they were thinking about making each year, like their base set or something like that. It's a beautiful car. It's orange and yellow and red. And, nice signature. Very a photo they hardly ever use, if they ever have used that one. And that's another early one, probably from 69 or 70. Beautiful cards. If you have a player in the Brooklyn set, I'd recommend it. This one is numbered 10. Beautiful auto. Beautiful cards. I recommend those highly. You have to be patient though. They're expensive. If they list them for sale for bench, they're usually about 125 to 200. It might have been like Topps Now where I'm not for sure how you bought them. I think you had to join a club to get into those or something. So I'm not for sure how pricey those are, but they usually ask a lot of money for them, so you have to wait to try to catch them at auction also. And I've got my first one out of this year's Luminaries, 2019. Last year's had like about 9 or 11 variation cards. So I'm not for sure. I haven't looked at the numbers on this one yet, but I got the red version I'm going to do. And this is numbered to 10. And it's really beautiful card too. Might be a lot of glare on this one. This is the Hit Kings. I think they're still doing Hit Kings and Home Run Kings. Nice auto. So Luminaries looks good again this year also. And for Johnny, I think that's everything. Um, let's see here. I'm going to do Hank next and do the SGC reveal. Let me go ahead and do the reveal. I only got back 5 cards this time. Well, if I did, but Manny, since SGC doesn't do autograph authentication anymore, I'm going to have to either go with PSA or Beckett or JSA or somebody. So I've been working with Manny, who's been very helpful, and I appreciate it, Manny. I really do. If you're watching this, I sent a couple things in for PSA to slab just to see if I like it or not. I've already showed this. This is a 1936 postcard for Hank, dated July 15th, 1936. This is the year after the Detroit won the World Series, and that Hank was named the most valuable player, which means I'm sure he got, and he's Jewish, so I'm sure he had quite a bit of fan mail and quite a bit of requests for autographs. Nobody has seen a postcard for the other players that looks like this, and so they think this is probably something that T issued, and he kind of used the postcards for all the people requesting autographs and such. This one he wrote on the back, "Dear Bill, thanks for your letter. I'll see you in Charlotte next spring. Hank," and it's addressed to a guy in Charlotte, North Carolina. One thing I like to do with the Google app is I type in these addresses to where they send it just to see where it went. Of course, this was 83 years ago, so it looks like whatever was there is probably torn down. It looks like a new condos, downtown condo type thing. But these are really nice. I think SGC, I can't remember right offhand. They'll always put the autograph on the side with the label. Look at the postcard. There's a little handwritten note from Hank to this guy. And the back of the card has got a nice photo postcard. Got this at the National, actually. One of the few pickups I got this year. It's got best wishes, Hank Greenberg. It's in the tie. It's in the postcard itself. But I've got 2 of these now. I do have one slab by SGC, but they're so hard to find. I went ahead and picked this one up at the National, and it was a nice one to send in just to see if what SGC would do with it. I mean, a PSA. So I probably won't buy as many Hank autographs. I'll probably wait and try to get the more unusual ones or rare ones. I'll still go ahead and slab. But thank you, Manny, for all your help. I just sent him a 19 or the Hank Diamond Stars auto. I found it on eBay for a good price. I think it's legit. I just sent it to Manny. He's going to send it over to PSA and get it slabbed for me. We're looking at the different options they have for it. Real nice shape, so I'll show you guys that when it comes back. Which I don't know if PSA, SGC will probably be a couple months, 2 or 3 months before I ever get them back. I did have a Detroit stamp, a Washington Herald sports stamp. And I know if you see my videos, you probably watch Brian's too, and his Hank Greenberg, amazing stuff. And he just got back a Washington Herald stamp. It's the only 2 that's ever popped up. SGC labeled his correctly. When I got mine back in this order, they labeled it as the Detroit Times sports stamp, which exists, and I have that one too. So I had to send that one back so that they can relabel it the Washington Herald. There's also a Pittsburgh Sun, which Brian has that one too. So the other 4 things I got back, this is just for my Reds collection. I'm doing a master top set for Johnny for all his cards issued from 1968 all the way up to his last year. 1983 was his last year. I think it was Fleer or Donruss. One of them did an 84 version, but I'm doing a master set for all those during his playing career. This is the Reds team card from 1979. Got that in a 9, a mint 9. I just left that in the bag. But these are actually hard to find in mint grade. And usually what I have to do, since PSA hasn't graded a bunch of these and they never show up on eBay, is I'll wait and try to find a nice PSA 9 and cross it over. And it works sometimes. It used to work more than it does now. I don't know if that's competition amongst them or if that's just a grading philosophy of how much a little harder SGC is than PSA. That looks really nice in the new case. And I got this Cuban. It's a 1946-47 Propaganda Montiel, Hank Greenberg. It's in poor shape. It's got a couple of tears on it, but it's got a solid yellow border all around. And if I had the other one out, I'd show you. The one you normally see has a gold pattern or yellow pattern around this. It's got like an ornate pattern around it. I saw this come up raw, and I got outbid on it. And then I realized it was kind of a variation. You can see the solid yellow borders. Well, the guy took the raw card he bought, sent it to PSA, and got it slabbed. And he put it back on eBay. And it was in a 1. And I bought it. And it ended up costing me an extra $50 because once it gets slabbed by PSA, the price went up some. I crossed this one over and SGC gave it a 1. So I have both variations of that. I don't have to have all variations, but I thought that was something neat. This is my one and only Hank BF3 pennant. This is a Type 7. Brian, I think, has, if not all of them, most of them, maybe all of them. I just want one good one to put in the collection. These look real nice with the black frame. These were made in 1936 or the 37. I'm sorry for the glare, but they're very nice. That's what they look like. Maybe. Well, that's what they look like. That'd be the one from my collection. And then the major one I got back is this here. This is the one I've been waiting for a long time. This is a 1936 Overland Candy wrapper. And these are mega rare. They're seldom ever pop up. These were issued in Chicago by the Overland Candy Corporation. And it was a piece of candy inside of this wrapper. And you, for the most part, you essentially have to tear it open to get to the candy, but they didn't save the wrappers very much. And it says 36, but this was issued at least in 41 because, let me show it to you. These, this one says Hank is now in the Army. So this would have been 1941. So I've heard talk that there is one of these issued without now in the Army. So it was probably issued in 36 to 40 range. And I still have a mastermind. I'm sure it's the glare of getting this one. But this is the 36 Overland Candy Wrapper. And I'm glad to get this. It cost a fortune, but I'm working more on a typeset for Hank, trying to get one of everything that was issued during his playing career. And this is just really, really nice. So it came out really nicely framed. I'm glad SGC did that. And I'll look for the other one. That is all for my SGC review. I do have a few other Greenberg pickups. This one's a kind of silly one. It's kind of neat though, as far as this is from the Sport Hobbyist. It's a little postcard that was issued in 1975. And I've had this regular postcard for some time. And the neat thing about this one is that it's the ad back, which is much rare. And this is an ad from the Sport Hobbyist back in Detroit, Michigan in 1975. And it says at the left is one of the many baseball cards the top has issued as a test set. The set of 660 is $30, or send in $1 for 18 sample cards. So it's pretty cool to think you could buy the whole top 75 set for $30 back in 1975, or get 18 near mint or mint cards for $1. But that's pretty cool. So glad to get that. Got in a 2006 Epic Materials. They actually made like about, I don't know if you all know about the Epic set. I'm sure some of you have seen it. It was a really cool upper deck set, I think from 2006. Had a lot of relics and autos and this really nice set. Hank, and this is a nice looking card. This one's numbered to 40. This one, there's color variations. You see that was a dark purple with a bat relic numbered to 40. I think there's something like 11 different color variations going from, I don't know if it's 1 or maybe 5, all the way up to, I don't know, 70 maybe. I can't remember offhand, but there's like 11 different colors you can buy and get a relic like this. I think this is my 6th one, so I might need about another 5. But normally I just do a type, but for this, I thought I might try to get them all because it's pretty fun. Out of this year's Nationals Treasures, got 2 cards, the 2 main cards he's in. This is a bat relic numbered to 99. One of one is on eBay right now, but they want a ton of money for it. And it looks, the foil's a little different, but it's another bat relic, so I just don't see the point in spending too much money on a bat relic card. But that one looks real nice. And then the main one from National Treasures this year is this Legendary Silhouettes Dual Relic card. This is numbered 5 out of 5. Hank's jersey. Woo! It's Ty Cobb and Hank Greenberg with these big bat chunks on them. That's pretty cool. There's Ty, Hank. I wish if National Treasures is really going to do cards and they're not licensed, I wish they would never put a picture of a player with like their head showing, but there's nothing on it. Since it's unlicensed, they can't have a D on it. Like with Ty, with him looking to the side, you can get away with that, and it looks pretty good. But it is a cool dual relic, huge bat chunks, numbered to 5. I think they have a number to 10, a number to 7, a number to 5, maybe a number to 3. You know how Panini is; they do those weird things. And then finally, I'm going to end with this Hank card. This is super sweet. This I got off of, I think, the Blowout card forum. A guy's responding to a guy looking for I think he was looking for Hank Greenberg, or maybe it's just Tiger stuff. And I've already got the legendary black cut signature from SP Legendary Cuts, numbered to 8. This is 2 of 8. I got the other one with the more modern autograph, but this one he showed, and the guy wasn't interested, which I'm very glad to hear. So I sent a message to him saying, if you still have that and that guy doesn't want it, I'll take it. And I paid good money, more than regular ones go, but this is a vintage autograph, and it's one of the nicest vintage autographs of Hank's that I've seen. Uh, Me and Brian are going to write a book on Hank's signatures, but you can tell by the way he signed something, especially up through the late 40s, um, based on how he signed it, about what year or a short year span that he did. This is a beautiful old fountain pen signature to a guy named Ted. It is gorgeous. That signature is just pops on this. If you look at if you could see the linen on it's written on is a fancy. It's a really nice stationery. You can see the lines and such on it. If my camera was better, if you saw it in person. But to Ted Hank Greenberg, and that signature is vintage. That is probably his rookie year was 33. I would guess that this is probably 33, or well, maybe late 33, but 34 to 35 is what I would guess. This is probably closer to 33 or 34. This is really early. This when he did the loop that way, that's one of his original signatures. And this one looks like I mean, it's just beautiful. That is a nice signature. So I'm so happy to get this one. I love, since SGC doesn't, they'll do this one because it's out of the pack, so to speak, but they won't do cut autos. You don't get too many of these on a pack pulled card. Most of the companies that make these cut autos just use the newer autos, not the vintage, because these do get a premium, especially for him. But I love that. That is a beautiful card. Can't wait to get that sent off to SGC, um, and get that fixed up. So I think that is everything. That's all I see. So I think that's everything. I know this has been a long time, but wanted to get everything done and show that. I appreciate you all watching if you're still here. Um, yeah, got some more stuff coming in. We'll get it updated, but I really wanted to show this and to show you what I've been up to lately. Um, so thanks for watching, and Lord willing, we'll do it again soon. Bye-bye.